It's Whitney Nicely with Whitney Buys Houses. I host a podcast, and this segment is from one of my latest shows. You can hear the whole episode and get some bonus footage of today's show if you go to our YouTube channel. All you gotta do is go to WhitneyBuysHouses.com, click on the link to subscribe. It's totally free, and you'll get lots more of Whitney throughout your week. Pretty soon, we're going to start recording more episodes. So call Whitney Buys Houses 865-309-4500 and let me know who you want me to interview next. 865-309-4500. Hey, y'all. This is Whitney Nicely with Whitney Buys Houses. Thanks for hanging out with me this morning. Today, we're going to chat about real estate investing in East Tennessee. So welcome to the 865 Investor Show. Let's get started. Woohoo! Ooh, today's guest is amazing. And I think you're going to learn a lot from this awesome investor, this community leader, and this smart small business owner. Yay! Hello! Welcome back to the She Buys It podcast. I have a beautiful woman with me today, a brilliant businesswoman. Janetta is with me, and we are going to be talking about how she got started when she was 21. We're going to talk about how she is able to leave this legacy of generational wealth for her sons. We're going to talk about how she's working with her husband to get these deals done on an international basis. This woman is a total rock star. Y'all are going to love this interview. So I first want to say that I met Janetta because she's in the FDDF family, and she came to Albuquerque, New Mexico last year when we were talking all about vacation rental riches. And this woman has been dominating the Odessa, Texas market on corporate rentals. So it all fell into place so perfectly. God gives us all the right people that we need at the right times. And Janetta is here. She's going to blow your mind. She always blows my mind and keeps me pumped up on a daily basis. So Janetta, welcome, welcome, welcome to the She Buys It podcast. I am so excited to finally talk to you and have this interview because it's going to be amazing. Now, is there anything that I left out in that introduction that you want to throw in? Make sure that the women realize who you are and what you're here to do.
Girl, I just first of all want to thank you just for always being there for me. You're an awesome, amazing coach. Anybody I talk to that has anything to do with properties or anything in that nature, I am always throwing your name around because you're awesome.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So thank you for having me on, first of all. And then second of all, I think you touch everything, especially when you threw in the part about creating the generational wealth, and even the part about how God just puts us together with one another and how his plan is so perfect. And I thank God for you, man. That's it. I mean, hey, I'm here for it. I'm here. To God be the glory for everything we're about to talk about. How about that?
Absolutely. Amen. And I got to say, watching you with your businesses and with your real estate and the way you handle momming and wifing and still going after it like a lady, you're like the definition of a Proverbs 31 woman. And I love watching you flourish, and I love watching you soar. And I know you're going through some, trials and tribulations from time to time, but you handle it like a graceful lady. And let's dig into that. So let's get into you're 21 and you decide to buy a duplex. And this is way before you knew me, right?
Yeah.
Tell me the thought process of your very first deal and how that went and how that, still helps you decide what you're going to buy today.
Yeah. Okay. So just a long story interesting. It goes kind of like this. I met a lady who was a realtor, and she became like my second mom. And basically she began to talk to me about, Janetta, okay, you're in the military. When you get a raise, don't live like you have a raise. And so she would teach me those things. And she would say, okay, if you get a raise, pay yourself back. Whatever it is that you get a raise on, if you got to raise it $200, you got to raise it $300. Pay that back to yourself, because guess what? She would always bring back to the Bible and let me know that promotion does not come from man or woman. It comes from God. So if God bless you with that, then you take a portion, of course, you give your tithes back to your church and your offerings or whatever, but for sure you pay yourself and live like it never happened. And so she taught me those wisdom keys, and I start, just really going to her place of work, like to her real estate office. I would sit under her and she would say, you know what? You ought to buy a property. And I said, I never thought about it. I said, but I think it'd be a good idea. She said, yeah, because basically you can rent out both sides and that raise I'm talking about, because this is how you give yourself a raise. And that's what she taught me. She said, anytime you invest, you're giving yourself a raise and it has a return. So she said, if you make $400 off of this duplex, because at the time I think the duplex was only like 52,000, girl. And so like for me, I think I was an E4 or something in the military and probably making 2,000 a month or something. I don't know. But not making much at all, but my credit was like A1. I think I had like 800 credit score back then at 21. And she was just so blown away by that. And she didn't want me to mess it up. And that's why she kept trying to tell me different things I could do to manage myself and not go into debt. So basically she said, look, let's do it. And I said, okay, well, if I get approved, I get approved. Okay, cool. And so she pushed it through, of course, her mommy ways, and she made sure I got approved. And for a while, I would rent out the 3-bedroom side for like $500 some, and I rent out the 1-bedroom side for like $300. Well, girl, my mortgage was literally only about $400 some, maybe $500 or something. So I was banking like as a soldier, right? And so I took that money and I gave myself a raise, just like she told me to. She said, put this back and just keep it and just give yourself a raise. Because I was a single parent at the time. I had 2 boys. And so literally we was really just barely getting by, but we did it this way where I lived in a duplex, and that really pretty much paid for the duplex. Plus I was able to give myself a promotion. So I was living free and have promotion in the bank, right?
Perfect.
So basically I was living good. So then
if every 21-year-old right now today in 2019, 2020, or heck, if they knew it in 2030, if every 21-year-old would know, buy a duplex, live on one side, live on the small side, and rent out the big side so that you're cash flowing from 21, our whole world would be different.
Yes. So girl, how it started was funny because I was living somewhere else and was renting out both. So keep in mind, I was making money on that property, right? Totally cash flow, right? And so end up, then I said, well, I'm going to get out the Army soon. So what am I going to do? I'm going to move into my place. Like I'm going to move into one side and rent out the other. Well, I didn't do the 3. I stayed in the 3-bedroom because I had my kids. I stayed in 3-bedroom, but I went out, rented out the other. But still, guess what? I rented out the 1-bedroom for over $300. And what did I say? My mortgage was only $400 some. So
you're paying $100.
I was paying $100. I still had my promotion money to the side. So guess what she told me to use the promotion money for? A 4-plex. So at the time,
like this woman.
Yeah. So at the time I was probably like 22 at that time, probably that next year. And so things happened to where I didn't get the 4-plex. I think either I just I was getting ready to build another home. And now here's where the story turned. And this is where I could teach people some lessons. Now, because everything ain't always good. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be transparent here with you today.
Give it to me.
So all of a sudden, I got really, really, I would say, prideful at a point. I became an RN, and I thought,
22.
Yeah. And I thought I was the shiznit at like 22, riding around with my little brand new Jeep Montero and RN and all this other kind of stuff and nursing and stuff. And basically I messed around and quit a job that I had no business quitting. And my credit went like this.
Yeah.
And so when my credit went down, she was telling me, Janetta, why didn't you tell me ahead of time? I would have ran everything first and we still would have done everything. Because she loved me that much and was so passionate about me building. But there again, I believe God had a different turn for that, because I met my husband through it all that kind of stuff. And now if I had stayed back there and had all of those properties, I probably would have stayed there and not moved out to the oil field land.
Right.
So, God works things out, but that told me, and like you said, every step she told me about giving yourself a promotion stayed in my head.
Yep. And you mentioned you were an RN. So is
Yeah.
that how you started that business? Tell me about that business you started.
Yeah. So basically, I've always had a desire ever since I was 16. I've been an entrepreneur girl. I've been selling candy at school since probably 16, 15 years old. Me and you both. I know me. That's what probably why me and you get along so good. We've been flipping stuff since the day is long. So
My first business was the third grade. I made keychains and braided little things and bracelets and stuff in third grade. I was selling for like $1 in the lunchroom.
I think mine was 5. Like I was selling candies and stuff at the place where I would buy them and literally turn around and sell them again. So like stuff like that.
Just like the vending machine guys do. I did that in high school too.
Yeah. So at 16, I was a baller when it came to the candy girl, right? So at that point, I had like 2 jobs. I always had like 2 jobs, going to school, making A's, skipping school every now and then too, but still doing what I need to do to get out of school. And so so I had a dream at that time I wanted to have my own home health agency because I worked for this lady across the street from me. Okay. She had a in-home, like personal care home. She was an elderly LVN. And so I worked over there with her as a home health aide, where I would literally make the clients their meals, help them with the baths and stuff like that. And I was like, Miss Annie, I said, you know what? One day I want my own home health agency or something like what you have. And she said, baby, you could do anything. Matter of fact, you could do even more than what I'm doing.
I love these women that you're surrounded by at a young age.
I had so many spiritual moms. It's not fun. That's why I love your mom so much. I took her, I'm like her daughter too.
Yeah, I know.
So anyway, I said, okay. She just said, yeah, do it, man. You could do anything you want to do. So I kept that in my heart. And like at 18, I became a volunteer ombudsman where I would literally go around the nursing homes and be like a resident's advocate, like for abuse and stuff like that at 18. So I was really strong on like justice. That I should have been a lawyer. That's what I wanted to do a long time ago too, because I really didn't like elderly being abused and I didn't like disabled people being abused. They always have been close to my heart. And so when me and my husband got married and he saw me working at the home health agencies like a dog, coming home late and I don't care when it was time to go home. I've always treated every job like I owned it. And that's something I learned from my grandfather, who I never met, but I got it from my mom, because we have a bloodline of ownership. And he always taught us that you can be Black, you can be poor, but you got to own. He said, I don't care if you got a dime in your pocket, you build your own house and you own. So we're actually famous in a very small town in Georgia called Richland, Georgia. We have a street named after my grandfather. He was the first Black man in that town to build his own house and to have a whole like street full of his relatives building their own houses.
That's awesome. That's the beginning of the generational wealth.
Yes, he taught us that. I never met the man, but from my mom telling us these things that he would tell them, like you could be poor, you could be Black, you can have a dime in your pocket, but you will be an owner.
I love that.
So they were not able to take away their houses. And so eventually they paid him homage by making a name after him. So the whole street is named after him.
Whoopsie. I got so caught up in our chat that I almost forgot to cut back to WOKI and hear from some of our East Tennessee sponsors and get the weather report. Hey, y'all be sure to listen for a special message from that loud lady that buys houses. Wink, wink. And don't forget, Whitney buys houses, 865-309-4500. Okay, that's the last plug for now. I'll be back in a jiffy, y'all. Hey y'all, I'm back. This is Whitney Nicely with Whitney Buys Houses. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. One of the coolest things that real estate investing has given me is tons of free time. And in the time that I should be 9 to 5ing, I get to interview other real estate investors and local East Tennessee celebrities who work with and promote investing in East Tennessee. Today, I have a super awesome guest, and we are digging into first deal lessons, what you should look for, and how to make more money and save more money when you invest in East Tennessee. Remember, if you have a house to sell quickly in East Tennessee, call Whitney Buys Houses. We make 3 to 4 offers on every property every time we talk to a seller. 309-4500. Alrighty, now back to the show. My grandfather gave us some similar advice. He owned a horse pasture, and he always said that he wanted his land and everything that touched it. And that was something that I've never met him either, but that's always in the back of my mind. Like, if you own the land, you're in the right position here. You got to own it.
Yes.
I love that.
Yes. And so he taught my mom them that, you know, it again, doesn't matter how much money you have in your pocket, but you are owner. And that's what you want to be. And so she taught us that. And so I don't know where I got off on that. Why the heck did I get off on that?
Talking about the jobs that you had, you always owned it, no matter how long it took or whatever.
Thank you.
Owned that job so that you could become the owner of that business.
Thank you. So, and my husband would see that in me, right? And he would be like, man, you know, Janetta, you working like a dog for these people, you know? And I would just whisper to him, you know, one day I want to have my own home health. I said, honey, one day it's going to happen. And so one day he just asked me, he said, you know, he said he just looked at me one day and just started seeing how I was interacting with these elderly people, how they all adopted me. Like, before you know it, I was their daughter and all this kind of stuff. And they loved me, and how the disabled people would put their head on my shoulder, and how like I would connect with them. Yes. And he said, you know what, I got to help this girl. And this is what he was saying, because my husband has a brain of logistics. You know, Femi, his brain is logistic. Like, he's so smart.
Women like us need logistical, analytical husbands to kind of keep us on some path.
Girl, and he's so engineering. Like, you know, he has this architect engineering brain that I don't have, right? And so he was saying, honey, I keep hearing you say it's a dream and you want to have it. You know, there's steps to dreams, right? It's like, we need to put this stuff on paper. How are we going to ever do this without us putting this on paper? I said, you're right, honey. So then we just started writing out plans. And again, we're very good about visions. Both me and my husband, both are ministers. So we're really good about writing that vision and making it plain. And basically that's what we would do. I mean, actually, that's what I did for my husband. I wrote what I wanted in my husband and he came to pass. So we just believe in that.
That's how I got Jason too. I had 3 things that I needed my husband to have, and he hit like 8 things.
Damn. I like Jason. He's a Georgia boy too, so you know I'm always gonna love him.
Boy, yeah.
So basically we came out here because of the oil field. My husband was a chaplain in the military at the time, and actually he got done and I got done. I got out and all of that. And so the whole city of Midland, Texas actually came to Killeen, and they did a job fair. The mayor and everybody, they came and did a job fair, and they was really trying to get people to move from there to come to Killeen, because people was just like, it was booming here at that time. And so the oil field is really big out here. So we came, they moved us, they paid for everything. It was lovely. Got out here, worked for another home health agency, got the job. Matter of fact, even before I came, because they saw my resume, they wanted me so bad because I had all this experience in home health. So worked for her. And so around about 2007 is when I got pregnant with my last baby, who's 12 now, is when we decided to not go back to work. I said, okay, I'm not going to go back to work. I said, so we're going to do this thing right here in my house. And so we needed a certain amount of money for capitalization. It was a lot in our eyes. So we had to do a lot of shrinking back, a lot of, again, giving ourselves money for promotions, and like literally banking money, because Medicare would not even look at you unless you had a certain amount of money for capitalization. So everything began in my living room, girl. It began in a 3-bedroom rent house at the time. We was renting that house, and the rest was history. After that, between that time and 12 years, we had over 500 employees. It just grew like crazy, thousands of patients over those years of time. And then we recently sold last year. Yeah.
So let me recap this. So you are working for other people as a home health care.
I was an RN. I was a director of nurses. Yeah.
And then your husband, y'all decided to move. So you're pregnant, or you just had a new baby in a new area, and you decide this is the time in 2007, when the rest of the country is crashing down around you, you decide this is the time to take a leap of faith and start my own company.
Yeah. Totally faith too. Totally faith, girl. Totally faith. Because as a matter of fact, I got to tell this, we didn't even have enough money for the capitalization. God gave us so much favor with the lady at the DC office that she said, okay, if you can raise like $1,500 more, and I started crying because I'm like, where the heck is we gonna get 1,500? We'd already saved up is all the money I thought. But my husband, with his logistical self, I don't know, or his sneaky butt one, I don't know, he put back $1,500 somewhere, and he was like, I got it. And I was like, yes! So we turned in the $1,500, and the rest is history. And then we moved from our house to like a 2-room office, then from a 2-room office to a 20-room office, from a 20-room office. It just grew, girl. We had 15 company cars at one time. It was just amazing. The growth was just phenomenal.
Because you put your head down, you said, I got to make this work. I got these
Yes.
babies at home. I'm
Yes.
going to make this happen. This has been my dream. I've put it on the vision and prayed on it. And then God said, let's do this.
Yes. So basically, I paid for him to leave the oil field because that's how much money we was making at a time, because he was like, girl, I ain't leaving here till you able to pay for my insurance and my salary. If you can't replace that, I'm staying right where I am.
That's smart.
Yeah, so we got to a point where we was bringing in that money, and so he came over there and became the logistical piece we needed as far as billing and the director of operations and stuff like that, where I could do the clinical section. He was on his side of the office, way over there. Look, way over there, and we just had a ball. We had a ball.
How did you kind of decide who was going to do which role? Because Jason and I have that struggle sometimes as to who does what and who's the final say, and are we going to do it your way, my way, or our way?
Well, honestly, we fought a lot. Those first couple of years, we literally fought. I mean, because we ended up being in my pastor's office one time. I remember, because he was just like, this girl, and I'm like, this man. He's like, this girl. I'm like, this man. You know what I'm saying? And like, so it ended up coming to an agreement where like anything clinical, you handle. If they try, because they always played the mom and pop game with us, like they would try to come and ask me for stuff when they really should be asking him for stuff. And so literally we just had to put our foot down and be like, listen, if it's clinical, he'll say, I don't want anything to do with it, go to Janetta. And I say, if it's billing or operational, administrative stuff like that, you go to him. And so basically we had to like really not cross over each other's lanes, and we demarcated exactly what he needed to do and what I needed to do.
Jason and I have been in the pastor's office. We've been in the therapist's office. We've been in some meetings over this marriage and business together situation, because it's unlike any other business relationship and marriage relationship. It takes everything to a whole new level. And I mean, we're fighting over like coffee, and we like the same coffee. So like we were literally fighting over anything and everything at one point, and we had to say, all right, time out. What is up?
It's tough, girl. I'm telling you.
But there's nothing wrong with having those meetings and those mediators to say, okay, I think you're both saying the same thing. You both want the same thing. So let's figure out how to make you both happy in this marriage and in this business. And there's nothing wrong. I mean, if I need a professional plumber, I call a professional. If you need a professional mediator, call in a professional. Nothing wrong with it.
Nothing at all. Nothing at all.
So when did you start adding in the condos? Because you were investing before you met me, before you got into the FDDF family, y'all had some condos. So how did that come about?
Well, and then let me do a middle point right here, because I got to hit this part. Remember, 6 years ago, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. And so that really was a big turn in some things in our life. So what happened was, we decided to start building an exit strategy to get out of home health because it was so stressful. It had got to a point where like we was dealing with a whole bunch of employees, dealing with a whole bunch of regulations. And then we had another location being built in a whole nother town, which was 2.5 hours away. And so we was driving back and forth for that. And that was during the time that I really got ill. So we had to come up to a realization that, you know what, is it really worth it? And so things started changing for me. Like, Janetta, your health really is your wealth. I mean, you've made it, girl. At 34 years old, you hit that $1 million status, as they want to call it. So you kind of made it where you thought you made it. So it's like, but what if at a time at your life where you know you've been so down, where like, girl, I couldn't even put my own t-shirt on. Like, I literally had to have somebody come bathe me. I had to have my CNA come like practically live with me and like make sure I go to my appointments for chemo, my appointments for radiation. And during those times is when I started really, really learning about self-compassion and learning how to love myself and treating myself kinder, because I would be there for everybody else but me.
Well, you've been the caregiver for so long that you had to learn how to be a patient.
Yep. And basically that was very difficult for me because I'm the strong one. I'm the one that's supposed to be there for everybody else. And literally I had to become weak. And so the Lord reminded me that he did the same thing for us. And that's why I went through every situation. Like I did the chemo, the radiation, learned about the holistic nursing part of it. Then I became a holistic nurse. So all those things came about because he did it for us. He didn't do a thing, but he laid his life down. Yes. So my thing is, it's like, I have a mantra now, my pain is your gain. So the thing that I went through, I don't want nobody else to go through it again. So that's why I'm always spitting prevention stuff like crazy.
So this has been your dream to get this company, and then you got it, and then you got sick. So that's when you said, all right, this has been a good dream, but we hit it. What are we going to do now to take care of ourselves? And I mean, really take care of ourselves mentally, physically, and financially in the future. So that's when you came up with the exit plan and started adding in some real estate?
There you go. So see, the real estate comes about with paying ourselves and treating ourselves like a bank, because we knew that with as much cash as we had, there was no way for us to now turn around and get $15 a month from the bank. Are you kidding me? So like real estate to me has always been the smartest way to be your own bank.
Yes.
So basically, that's kind of where we got that idea. That ideology from was basically, look, be your own bank, dude. Because when you get ready to quote unquote refire, I don't want to call myself retired. I want to call myself refired. I'm refired now. So in this refirement stage, because remember, retirement is not an age, it's a number. Everybody's financial number is different. Yes. So me and Timmy, when we sold that company, we had our own financial number. We knew what it would take for us to pay our house off, which we paid it off in 5 years, by the way.
Woo!
So we don't owe anybody on this house whatsoever. It's free and clear. All we do is pay taxes on it. So we wanted to do that. We wanted to get out of debt totally, and we wanted to have cash in the bank. Yes. So we knew our number. So they gave us our number and we was fine with it. And so we knew at that time that whatever we did next would be mostly ministry related, that we did not want to depend on that, because we wanted to make sure we can just go pick up our little condo checks and our little passive income checks. Yes.
I love those passive income checks.
So we need a little bit more. We're looking for some more. Jafo Investments is the name of our company. So we are looking for more properties and stuff to purchase. But right now we have 6 here locally, and one is actually a compound, an international compound over there that we're going to turn into Airbnb, by the way. Half of it will be Airbnb.
Girl, tell me about that. So you have an international compound, and tell me where that is. And when I think of a compound, I'm thinking like a bunch of houses, kind of like a camping situation, like maybe like 10 acres out in the woods. Like, tell me what a compound means.
Well, and that's a African term. They call it a compound.
Okay.
Because literally it's an apartment complex is what it is. It's a complex. And so basically it's a total of 12 rooms, 12 bathrooms, I think 6 half baths, and like all kind of like living spaces and stuff. Because ours is in the middle. We have a 5-bedroom, 5-bath, and all the half baths. And then we have a 3-bedroom up top that's going to be Airbnb. We have a 3-bedroom and down below that's going to be Airbnb. And then we have a 1-bedroom in the back too. So it's all kind of attached.
Okay. And where is this?
This is in the capital of Nigeria, in Abuja.
In Africa, in Nigeria, in the capital city, you've bought a 12-bedroom, 12-bathroom, 6.5 bath compound.
Yes.
So you've gone from Texas, you've gone from Georgia to Texas, now to Africa.
We're international, baby.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Now, whoops. I have to cut in right here and let WOKI catch us up on everything happening in East Tennessee this morning. Y'all don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with the 865 Investor Show. Hey y'all, I'm back. It's it's Whitney Nicely with Whitney Buys Houses. You're listening to the 865 Investor Show, and today I have a fantastic guest on the show with me. We're digging into some real estate investing lessons. We're going to be talking about the good, bad, and ugly parts of investing and how to make more money and save more money when you invest in East Tennessee. If you're just catching us, then the full episode is going to be on our YouTube channel. Go to WhitneyBuysHouses.com for the full episode and some bonus content. While you're there, if you have a house that you want to sell, call Whitney Buys Houses, 865-309-4500. We make 3 offers on every property while we're there with you. Okay, now where were we in the show? Oh, okay, here it is. Woohoo! Now tell me, you've got your pop shirt on today. So tell me, what is that and what is that about? That's your mission now, isn't it? So the real estate investing, yes, but on a day-to-day, I see you promoting and talking about health and wellness and being.
Yes. Ooh, I like that. Being, that's right. Being instead of just doing. Being, that's right. Being happy with just being. I love it. So basically, of course, during that process, I went back to school and became a certified holistic nurse. And so what that means is I actually now can help people more on a spiritual, mental, and body mindset way, mind-body connection, that kind of thing, instead of just strictly, going and boom, let me patch the hole, HOLE. Instead now,
here's some pills, call me in 3 months.
Instead of now, I'm doing the WHOLE. It's all about wholeness and not just the whole type thing. And really, my whole mantra is prevention is cure, because I don't want anybody to have to go through what I did. So I thought it was all just about the journal. I wrote a pop journal. It's on Amazon now. You can look it up under just pop, prosper on purpose, 52 journal week of intention. You can look it up by my name, Jeanette Olaseni. But I just thought it was just going to be the journal. And the journal is broke down in like 5 different categories. So pop, what does pop mean? Prosper means to do better. So do better on purpose, intentionally. So what that means is, go ahead.
I love that too, because as women, I don't know why, my mom didn't teach me this, but I understand other women feel like they need to dumb themselves down or not go for things or not bust through that glass ceiling or whatever. But you are empowering women to prosper on purpose. It's not an accident. You didn't create this stuff just because you were hoping and praying. Y'all put a plan together. You put the vision out there and God fulfilled it or 10x'd it. And that's what it's all about. It's not just, I talk about women making more money all the time, but it's not just about the money. It's the freedom you get with more money.
Yes, because at the end of the day, sis, money is just a tool. So it's it's the time freedom aspect of it. I mean, and you know why me and you make money? It's because we respect it.
Yes.
When you respect it and you put it in a place of where it is, it's going to always come to you. You'll become a money magnet when you do that. So yes. I don't worship money. I mean, for what? It has its purpose. Money serves me. I don't serve it. And so,
someone told me I put up a money post the other day on Facebook because, I'm good at mouthing off and ranting and raving. And they said, money doesn't buy happiness. And it was from a preacher. I said, well, funny, you're preaching on tithing with money. Funny, you pay your insurance with money. Seems to me money is pretty important around here.
Hey, I've heard it like this. It might can't buy happiness, but it sure put a good down payment down for it.
Yeah, it will. Yeah. It'll buy some peace of mind, some security, some protection, some free time.
Yep.
We weren't made just to work, but you got to have some money to play.
Right. And what I tell my kids is you have a choice. You can work now and play later, or play now and work later. I said, you looking at your parents right now, we worked hard during those almost 12 years, but guess what? We don't have to be old and decrepit to enjoy our money.
Right.
So basically with the wellness deal, that's what I do. Every Thursday I do group coaching now. I no longer do one-on-one coaching unless somebody want to pay me a whole bunch of money. I will do it. But but to me, the one-on-one thing is a little bit more time consuming. So I really like to make a use of my time. My kids are back in school. So really I spend Thursday nights for 2 hours with a group of women that come together. Men come too because my husband's there. And then Tuesday night we do training together.
I like the group aspect too, because you are awesome and amazing, but you are going to draw awesome and amazing women that I can also learn from. And one-on-one is great. But when you have a whole pack of women, you have a whole tribe of women coming together, you just go so much further faster because you're drawing on each other and each other's ups and downs and each other's experience that one-on-one, you can't always get all that. So I love the group atmosphere.
Yeah. So I like the one-to-many type concept.
Yes.
So it's like, you know, I've done one-to-one on coaching and it's fine, it's cool. But again, somebody have to pay me some mega bucks to get me one-on-one, to take that time away from my family. So basically, that's what we do. I mean, we partner up with other companies, you know, and we use that as monetization. This is how I'm teaching them, because literally I'm teaching them how they can work from home, how they can work from their cell phone, how they can, you know, do things like that. And on top of that, stay healthy, be a wife, be a mother, and all of that. So yeah, it's a basically well-rounded program. POP is a well-rounded deal.
I love that. And I love that you're helping women and men too. Husbands are welcome. People are on to me because I'm empowering women, but there's not a no boys allowed sign on my door. Y'all are welcome, but I'm just here for the women.
Yeah, they're welcome. I'm just here for the women. Exactly. I feel the same. And they're here for me. And they're here for you. We're here for you, Whitney. We're here for you.
Well, thank you. I try to encourage and promote women because I really feel like we need more of that. And I know you feel the same way. And that's why we're so awesome together, Janetta.
Yes, I love you, girl, so much. I really do.
Well, is there anything else that you want to add or anything else that you want to talk about before we hop off here, or anything you want to, say? Where can people find you? I'll put a link to your website or to the POP website so that people can find you and really connect and watch you grow through more condos and more compounds and everything.
Compounds. I love it, girl. CNC.
Right.
Condos. I like Girl, I think we hit it. I think we really did hit it. Ministry is my passion. Like I said, this is a wellness ministry for me, although I do monetize it. But at the end of the day, we are ministering and changing lives. To me, ministry means reaching and helping and helping the needs of others and bringing them to the place that God has them to be. So, and basically that's what I'm called to do. And so if you'll put the link down there, it's iprosperonpurpose.com is a way they can reach me. They can reach me on Facebook. Prosperous Avenue is our Facebook page. They can send me a message there, or they can send me a message on Janetta Walton Olaseni on Facebook. I'm not on Instagram as much, but you can find me there as well. But that's it, girl.
If anybody has any questions about her condos or the compounds or anything, Janetta is in the She Buys It group, the big She Buys It How to Become a Real Estate Investor group. You're welcome to chat there, reach out to her, and learn more about what she's got going on in that group. And I'll put that link also. Yay. Janetta, this has been amazing. Thank you so much for all the time today, all the golden nuggets, and the encouragement that you've given our ladies.
Oh, awesome. Thank you for having me, girl. I love you so much.
Oh, I love you too. Hey y'all, it's Whitney Nicely with Whitney Buys Houses. I got to tell you that I haven't always been the real estate person that I am. I haven't been the real estate nerd that I am these days. And I haven't always been the principal broker of Whitney Buys Houses. It didn't start off that way for me. I went through a lot of trial and error. I went through a lot of mistakes. I learned a lot of lessons the hard way. And y'all, I'll never forget my first deal out on my own in 2014. The lease options, the owner financing, helping sellers across East Tennessee that had real problems and didn't want the regular real estate solution. Y'all, it was a whole new life when I figured out how I could help my East Tennessee neighbors in a different way than what was offered in the market. Y'all, I've been doing this since 2014. I've been taking over people's payments on properties that they didn't want. I've been creating owner financing solutions on houses that have been empty for years. And I've been making and closing on low cash offers for years. All right. This isn't my first rodeo. I've seen it. Whatever it is that you're dealing with, I'm here to help you. I really love helping the people of East Tennessee realize there's more ways to find real estate relief than just signing 18,000 pages in a contract that really benefits your listing agent. And you don't have to suffer through watching 42 people stomp through your house on a Sunday afternoon. Not all houses are show worthy. All right. You might have a house with a bunch of stuff in it, or it needs some fixing and flipping, or maybe it just needs some paint. Maybe we could put lipstick on a pig. But for whatever reason, you don't want to go through the regular real estate roller coaster. And I get it. All right. That's why I've been working with sellers creatively over the last couple years. The team at Whitney Buys Houses and we aren't like regular realtors. We are licensed, but we're not like that. We're not going for the listings. All right. We also aren't like your typical real estate investors. All right. We actually team up together with our sellers. We're going to listen to your actual problems. And sometimes that has nothing to do with the actual real estate. All right. And we're going to be able to solve these problems with you quickly. Every time we go to look at a property, we're going to make 3 offers. And we can make these offers over the phone if you want us to. Now, we would love to drive out to your property and make offers there. In fact, that's usually when we can give our best offers, is when we're with you. But if you want us to go look at it when you're not there, that's fine. People send us keys to properties all the time. We go look at it. We will call you back. We will always make at least 3 offers. And the deals that we close at Whitney Buys Houses, it could take 7 days. It could take 14 days. It might take 90 days. All right. 3 months. You can handle 3 more months of that payment while we're working our buns off to make sure that it's out of your hair after that. All right. And, 7, 14, 30, 90 days, like that all just depends on which of the 3 offers our sellers accept. All right. We're going to make these 3 offers and you can let us know 1, 2, or 3, which one you like. Worst case scenario, like I said, we are licensed real estate agents around here. So offer number 4, we'll list the property and then we'll handle all the craziness that follows together. I don't want to list it though. All right. I want to buy the property. I want you to know, I want every seller to know across East Tennessee, y'all tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your family, tell the people in your Sunday school class that you don't have to be stuck with tenants, toilets, and troubles anymore. Call Whitney Buys Houses, 865-309-4500. All right, I want you to let everybody know, share this out with your friends. You don't have to be stuck fighting with your siblings over your mom's house. You don't have to be stuck fighting with the bookkeeper over this and that and the other and chasing the receipts around and fixing and flipping. And you don't have to be stuck spending hours at the attorney's office and, fighting with the property managers because they're not collecting the rent or they didn't pay you or they didn't fix it or, all these things. You don't have to go through this anymore, y'all. Call Whitney Buys Houses. Let us make 3 offers on your property and buy it this week. All right. Whitney Buys Houses, 865-309-4500. I also had to take a second and let you know that I love helping women. I do. Whether I'm helping you become a real estate investor or whether I'm buying your mom's house so that your mom can live the rest of her life without the responsibility of keeping up with this house. I want you to know that your mom shouldn't have to suffer on a wait list just to wait on her house to sell so she can get on with her life, so she can get into a senior care facility or so that she can move into your spare bedroom. Your mom shouldn't have to suffer the golden years with real estate problems. All right. And I don't want you or your siblings or your mom to watch her real estate profits get gobbled up fixing and flipping just to satisfy an end buyer or an inspector or to improve the appraisal. Y'all, let Whitney Buys Houses buy your mom's house this week. We love your mom's house just like it is. All right. And we want you to remember it just the way that you were raised there. All right. Don't let it be a thorn in your side. Call Whitney Buys Houses and set up an appointment with our certified home buyers. Remember, Whitney Buys Houses all over East Tennessee. 865-309-4500. Y'all give me a call this week. I'm happy to make you 3 offers. I'm happy to come to the property. The ladies here in the office, they'll take great care of you. Check out our website, whitneybuysHouses.com. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Y'all, please give us a call. 865-309-4500. And remember, Whitney Buys Houses. Thanks for listening to the 865 Investor Show. I will see you next week, or I'll talk to you next week, 6 a.m. on WOKI 98.7. All right, y'all have a fantastic week. Give us a call. Bye, y'all. Well, that's the end of today's show. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. And because you're here on video, I got some bonus content for you. So check it out. If you have any questions, be sure to call us, 865-309-4500. And y'all remember, Whitney Buys Houses all over East Tennessee. Hey y'all, this is Whitney Nicely, and I'm out at 430 Davis Road, and we just took some pictures of this property. It is absolutely fantastic. We're offering it for a rent to own, so come on in, let me show you around. Now, this property is available for rent to own, but it is gonna need some work, all right? This porch needs some work. Some of the floors need some work, but, oh, I fell off the step there. See, there needs to be a step there. But it's in great shape. It's got new fans. It's got some new flooring in here. I think they probably had like a TV recessed right there into the wall. Whoever was living here had a lot of plans. They just didn't finish it. The door needs to be put back onto this bedroom, but then this bedroom is in great shape. It's pink. If you love pink, and y'all know I love pink, so I think this is fantastic. It's got a closet there. And again, just put the door back on this bedroom and you're good to go. It does have central heat and air, and this would be the second bedroom, and it's a great size bedroom as well. The original hardwoods in this one. There's a closet behind the door there. So it does have a great living space, 2 bedrooms, and then we've got 1 bathroom right here. Hey y'all! Now it just has a tub. So if I was living here, I would want a shower. But if you just like the tub, then go for it. Knock yourself out, baby. But again, when we do these rent-to-own houses, you're welcome to change anything and do anything. The appliances are in here right now, and they will stay. So that's fantastic. It's got a nice galley kitchen with a door to the backyard here. It's got good cabinets, and then somebody has added on this room, and they were using it as a dining room, but it's got the washer and dryer hookups as well. So dining room, washer and dryer room, laundry room, whatever you want it to be, it's just right off the kitchen. So yeah, this house is fantastic. And there is a basement, so you got some more storage space. There's a shed outside that you can use for outside stuff that needs to be protected. This house is awesome. Again, I'm at 430 Davis Road in Strawberry Plains, 2 bedroom, 1 bath, and we're asking, I think, $750 a month for this. Our purchase price is $69,900, and we're taking offers on, you know, how much do you want to put down to be able to move in and do a rent to own on this, and, you know, depending on how much you put down, maybe we'll take less per month. It's all good. Y'all send us some offers. Stop by. You can call Whitney Buys Houses, 865-309-4500. You can also text us, and Miranda and Madison, I don't know where they are right now, but they will call or text you back, give you the code so you can come on in and check out 430 Davis Road in Strawberry Plains. Y'all come on in. Check this house out and make it your home. Bye, y'all. Hey y'all, this is Whitney Nicely, and I'm out at 430 Davis Road, and we just took some pictures of this property. It is absolutely fantastic. We're offering it for a rent to own, so come on in, let me show you around. Now, this property is available for rent to own, but it is gonna need some work, all right? This porch needs some work. Some of the floors need some work, but, oh, I fell off the step there. See, there needs to be a step there. But it's in great shape. It's got new fans. It's got some new flooring in here. I think they probably had like a TV recessed right there into the wall. Whoever was living here had a lot of plans. They just didn't finish it. The door needs to be put back onto this bedroom, but then this bedroom is in great shape. It's pink. If you love pink, and y'all know I love pink, so I think this is fantastic. It's got a closet there. And again, just put the door back on this bedroom and you're good to go. It does have central heat and air, and this would be the second bedroom. And it's a great size bedroom as well. The original hardwoods in this one. There's a closet behind the door there. So it does have a great living space, 2 bedrooms, and then we've got 1 bathroom right here. Hey y'all! Now it just has a tub. So if I was living here, I would want to shower. But if you just like the tub, then go for it. Knock yourself out, baby. But again, when we do these rent to own houses, you're welcome to change anything and do anything. The appliances are in here right now and they will stay. So that's fantastic. It's got a nice galley kitchen with a door to the backyard here. It's got good cabinets, and then somebody has added on this room and they were using it as a dining room, but it's got the washer and dryer hookups as well. So dining room, washer and dryer room, laundry room, whatever you want it to be, is just right off the kitchen. So yeah, this house is fantastic. And there is a basement, so you got some more storage space. There's a shed outside that you can use for outside stuff that needs to be protected. This house is awesome. Again, I'm at 430 Davis Road in Strawberry Plains, 2 bedroom, 1 bath, and we're asking, I think, $750 a month for this. Our purchase price is $69,900, and we're taking offers on, you know, how much do you want to put down to be able to move in and do a rent to own on this. And, you know, depending on how much you put down, maybe we'll take less per month. It's all good. Y'all send us some offers. Stop by. You can call Whitney Buys Houses, 865-309-4500. You can also text us, and Miranda and Madison, I don't know where they are right now, but they will call or text you back, give you the code so you can come on in and check out 430 Davis Road in Strawberry Plains. Y'all come on in. Check this house out and make it your home. Bye, y'all.